Good morning. It is the 28th of June, 2023, Wednesday morning, and how y'all doing today? Um, well, I got a new camera and a new microphone, so we're going to see how this works, how I like it. Although this is what I'm going to be using from now on, so it is what it is, onward and upward. Uh, so this is just trying it out. And we're looking at battles of Napoleonic Europe, a solitaire war game by Mr. Mike Lambo. This is his latest in the solitaire war game book series that he's done. And I'm going to say some things in this video. I don't want to come off as negative because that's not what I'm trying to be. So if you hear a negative lilt to my voice, it's not that I'm trying to be negative. I'm just trying to give you some history on my experiences in wargaming, right? So when I first got into wargaming, there were a lot of older guys, let's say, that played, that looked at Napoleonics as sort of this, I don't know how to say it, sort of this creme de la creme of the wargaming space. And yeah, I just didn't know if I really appreciated it at the time. Over the years, I've played Napoleonics time and time at times and time again, and I've never been a great fan of the Napoleonic era as far as playing it and wargaming it out. Um, I don't know what it is. A game like 1776, for instance. Speaking of 1776, July 4th coming up here, but 1776, for instance, it played kind of like a simple Napoleonic game, but that's not what the American Revolution played like, right? And then there were some other games. There were some from SPI I tried to play that were just, I don't know. They just didn't resonate with me. But over the years, I have learned to look at it in a different way. And I've learned to play some strategic games and some simpler games. I've found that the more simple the Napoleonic game was, as long as it wasn't too simple, the more simple it was, kind of, the more I liked it, right? The whole tactical part of it, and I don't know. It never caught me. But I have played a few, and hopefully this is going to be in the same mode where it's going to be pretty simple to play, um, and maybe I'll enjoy some Napoleonic battles better, right? You could so let's look at it. I haven't really looked at it at all. The Napoleonic Wars consisted of a range of conflicts from 1804 to 1815, fought between the First French Empire under Napoleon and a changing mix of European coalitions. Yeah, that's to say the least. Yeah, it sure was a changing mix. Austria, Spain, Britain. Just yeah, it was a change. This game focuses on a part of the Napoleonic Wars called the Peninsular War, which took place in the Iberian Peninsula, mostly between the Spanish, Portuguese, and British armies on the one hand, and the French Empire on the other. Battles of Napoleonic Europe presents some of the key battles from the period. In the game, the player will be commanding various units, often represented many hundreds or thousands of men each, seeking to achieve a wide variety of objectives. Key battles from the years 1808 to 1811 are included. Very cool. All right. Not that just because I said I don't necessarily like Napoleonics as being my favorite, doesn't mean I haven't studied the era. I mean, I've played the era a few times just because we just read most of that. So how this book works, or we know how the book works by now. If we don't, well, you can get one and dive in. Um, yeah, terrain. The big important thing about Napoleonics to me is the a lot of the movement, right? I like the fluid movement. You know, I know, like I said, when we talked, heard a lot of the old guys talking about it, always talking about the Imperial Guard or the uh, uh, um, the thin red line of the British, right? Um, at Waterloo, those type of things. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. Let's look at the. All right, we're going. It's rules. Look, very easy to read. Thank you, Mike Lambo, for having to print a good. Well, where is the? Let me see. That's the AI. Oh boy, you hear my dogs there? Dogs let out next door. They're going crazy. Chihuahua back here. Holler. Let's try a sequence of play here. The dude look like they're fairly fairly detailed rules for a simple game. I don't so we'll see. We'll see what I think about it. So far, it looks very appealing. How this book works. Objectivo. Turn process. Okay, it's telling you. I'm just looking for the sequence of play. Like I said, I should have looked at it before. That's my bad. Not preparing it better, but been busy. Been real busy. So maybe I didn't get to the sequence of play yet. Chuta. Order of play summary. There we go. Setting up a game. Let's look at that real fast. Select the battle to play. Set up the player's units first. The number of each unit available for the battle is set out in the player chart. Okay. And you're going to have British and Portuguese. Okay, simple enough. Follow the setup instructions, which usually, but not always, means setting up the player's units toward the bottom of the battle map, below a dashed line shown on the map. Okay. Adjusting the difficulty. I like that. I always like being able to adjust the difficulty. Let's look at the order of play real fast. Place each of your own units in the standing area below the dash line. Okay. Place the AI units. Place a counter on or mark the next turn tracker section. Right. Activate player units. Activate enemy units. And if the turn tracker is not full, go back to step 3. Okay. So how many battles? That's the first one. So this is just the Peninsular campaign. So you could really, I'm assuming he's thought of that. There's really a lot of other stuff you can do with this, The 1812 Russian campaign, that was my favorite one, I think, just because of how it bogged down and got 8, 9, 11. And really and truly, my favorite parts about, and you don't see it much. Dan Verson had a very easy game that I played. I played it to death. That was Napoleon, field leader Napoleon, right? And I like the stuff they had, pre-imperial Napoleon stuff, the stuff in the Near East, and then, the Italian campaigns during the French Revolution. I liked that. Thought that was neat. But you could do a lot of stuff here if this is just the Peninsular campaign. I would like, you could do a lot of different stuff. The Belafontes. I can't believe that Mike Lambo hadn't done a Napoleonic game before. I thought for sure he would have done it. I don't know why I thought he already had, but Something else I confused. Thought for sure he would have done a Waterloo game. I've played some Waterloo games. I like Waterloo games, kind of. But this is the game, man. And, yeah, good game, seemingly. And I'm not saying there's not a place for it. I think there's definitely a place for it. Mike Lambo's hit all the high spots of all the, what do you want to call it, traditional wargaming topics, right? Just, he's about hit, you know, all of them, right? You got, if you want to look at it, he's got, yeah, I'm probably going to ramble. I don't care. That's what I do. Fields of Normandy, that's obviously World War II. Fields of Normandy 2, the Race to Bastogne, Battles of Normandy, Battles of Medieval Britain, Battles of the English Civil War. That was, that's right there when you're right there hitting my sweet spot. The Battles of the English Civil War, right? Battles of Napoleonic Europe. Beaches for, that's what this is. Beaches for the Brave. Quest for the Brave. Got a fantasy game in there. That's another big place in the wargaming field. Goes to the Jungle. Vietnam game. I think that was Vietnam. Hossie Rescue Squad. Vimy Ridge, a solitaire war game. Got some. So, Lone Sherman. Got a Sherman tank game. So he's hitting all a sci-fi game. So he's hitting all the high spots in wargaming. It would be it would be very normal to do a Napoleonics game, just because has taken up such a big part of the wargaming space. So, well done. Thank you again, Mike Lambo. You've done well. And if you ever want to see these games played, what's the best place to go see them played are going to be on his YouTube channel. Just search Mike Lambo Solitaire Book Games. And no one's going to be able to do it and show you the vision better than he can. So thank you, Mike Lambo. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's about it. That's about what I got for you. Y'all be good out there. Be careful. Stay safe. The game's like under $20. So totally worth it. I think it might be like $17. It's totally worth it, whatever it is. For me, it is. So go get it. Go pick it up. You'll want to pick it up just to have it. For me, at this point, it's just I want every Mike Lambo book game because they're just neat, simple games. They're good to have, good to carry with you. They travel well, vacations and so on. So there it is. Go pick it up. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.